Hello guys and welcome back to Field of Glory Empires. In the last episode we once again continued our war against the Nasamones, going through most of all the building we had to do, setting up new deals with the Marians. We don't have the relationship anymore to trade territory with the Antigonids, which is concerning, but not terrible. There really is mostly just building at this point left to do. We have a weird imbalance, like we don't have enough really metal for the amount of manpower we have. I think it's because most of our places are still just not very built up. Regardless, let's look at, say, Philistia, where we just built a brickwork. I remember setting that up. Yes, I do. Because we really could use some infrastructure would be invaluable here, man. How much is this? Let's say I wanted this deserted guy here. Put you there. That's 50 food. We get a little bit more into culture generation. All that infrastructure. Still went down like 5 infrastructure by doing that. This is not a capital. Infrastructure is still the limiting thing. So let's go for the builder hall. We have 3 more slots here. Builder hall sounds pretty nice to me. Doesn't it sound nice to you? New population in Idumi. Idumi. We're getting some culture generation there, so that's good. I think it can just stay the way it is then. Solid walls were built east of that. Solid walls are big boy walls. This is a capital. We could use a lot of things here, but there's only 1 slot available. I'll take the culture generation. I mean, we don't really have a lot of that here. The monument for some culture generation at the cost of some infrastructure. And then I can add +1 guy to infrastructure from food to make up for any of that. What are all these random Antigonids doing on my territory? I don't know. We built regional roads tying into a nice, beautiful road network. Only 1 slot available here, so not a lot of options. I want that wall, but I also want this tar workshop. We don't have NAPTA for the equipment bonus, but that's fine. The big thing here is that tar is used for a lot of things, like hemp fields, which I usually avoid building as a result. But clearly there's things nearby that would benefit from having a tar workshop. So I am going to build the tar workshop. Yeah. Why do we have a mercenary recruitment center here? Get rid of it. That will free up a slot. We also have another one next to that. Where's the capital of this region? Does the capital of this region have... It does have one. Alright, so you could get rid of yours as well. This is too many of these. I mean, like, you could keep it. It's equipment, but... There's no point when there's other things to build. There's probably a lot of inconsistencies in places that I've taken over like that. For example, this just means capital, doesn't it? I don't know. But, like there's one right here. Well, we don't have one in the capital there, so maybe it's not a bad thing. I don't know. Cash McQuaidum, that is a wonder. But the armorer there is really not needed. It's just something we already had. I'll get rid of that. The stables will keep. That mercenary thing really doesn't need to be specifically there. I could get mercenaries from elsewhere. We'll just get rid of it for right now. I'll try to keep a better eye on things like that for some optimization. Yeah. What did we build here? A blacksmith. Well, that's very good. We did definitely need that. There are 3 slots available here. Soon to be another one. There's a lot of things we could benefit from putting here. So many things. Some slotless. Some not. I'm not sure which one to go for first, honestly. I'm thinking the clear water. That'd be good for health and growth. We already have a decent enough amount of health here. But infrastructure is really... It's like one of those things that maybe we lack the most, but we could afford to move more over. We also don't really have a lot of culture either. It's hard to pick. I think I'll go with the clear water and just take the slotless thing. It'll be done in 1 turn anyway. You see there we got a new population in Tigris. Looks fine. Certainly looks okay. Don't really mind. Let me reorganize this a little bit. Let me put all the really good citizens there. And then put 3 of you there. That's 31. Max you out. 27. Alright. Yeah, so I just want to like optimize that a little bit. And I have optimized it. Good. South, or maybe east. Yeah, we have 1 extra population here. Would I change anything? Not necessarily, but I might put 1 guy in infrastructure. Anyway, regional roads finished east of that. Ties into a road network leading into Elimace. interestingly, and to some of these nearby Marian things that we purchased. Regional roads finished. Multiple slots available. A flax field sounds great, honestly. It provides some base things that I would love to have. We have a lead mine here. Ooh, that's hot. I'll take that flax field. It's not like food is really super abundant here. And we do have 2 slots available. I'll take that. Nothing else is super important. Then to southeast of that, we have a public works on a capital. All right. Public works on a capital. Regional roads can be built immediately. Well, I know what I'm building. East of that, we have clear water available. I did go through all this stuff, right? I did. I think I did. Pretty sure I did. Regardless, clear water built. 3 slots available. What could we use? A lot of things. A quarry for stone would be welcome. So would a coastal market. But we don't have fish. So maybe not. What's the health here? Good enough to sustain the existence of a quarry. But I also need food. I need a lot of things. I think I'll build that quarry. It's calling to me. Build a quarry. You heard it. It's calling to me. Anyway, south of that, we have built a wheel maker in Itamos. 3 slots available. The hospital looks good. We have NAFTA here. That's nice. It looks good for, I don't know, health at the cost of many other things. I'd rather have this blacksmith. Even without the copper, blacksmiths are really good. We definitely need a lot of metal. So yeah, give me that. Give me that blacksmith. And we don't need as much here. Move 2 of you onto food then in that case. Got a new population south of that where we're building a school, so there's not really anything to change. This adds to infrastructure, so that's pretty fine. Nothing I would really change there then. Of course, receiving more and more slaves here. They should move around. They're adding up for now, but they should start moving. I mean, I don't know where else to put these fuckers, man. There's no max to, like, what I could put into where. So, I have no idea. But there's a lot of things to build. There's a limit. There's an upper limit to that. Extra population to the south of there. It's just into food. That seems fine to me. A lot of things we could build here. A lot of things. Not sure which I would want to go for. A lot of these things are honestly pretty redundant. I think I want to put the clay pit here, honestly. That could work into building an aqueduct at some point, which needs the stone, rather than importing it. That's inefficient money-wise. Build a clay pit here. Sure. Yeah, why not? I am tempted to put more on culture, just so that, like, we have it. Instead of all this fucking food, but, jeez. I don't know. Once it gets to this population, I don't even know how to optimize it. The culture is better in the long run to get more legacy points over time. But when you already have this many on culture anyway, it's like, well, is that really even efficient? I guess it depends how many slaves we get. We have a lot of slaves here. We have oh my gosh, so much slaves. What would happen if I just started filling this up with citizens? That definitely led to more infrastructure production. Because we're getting so many slaves anyway. Put this final citizen onto culture. And then that will lead to me building faster, clearly. This takes so much infrastructure, it's not going to actually be that big of a deal anyway. As it would seem. But in this big place, we have a couple things building, so... Infrastructure, not terrible. It is boosted right now from the rotating buff that this place gets, I believe. It's just so large that scrolling that far takes forever, so I don't really know. Regardless, should be fine. Anywhere else? Okay, so we got a population and finished a gymnasium in I don't know how to say that, but build the land expansion. Yeah, definitely, over all other things. And add a guy to infrastructure. Maybe 2 guys. Maybe 3 guys? No, maybe 3. 3. Yeah, sure. Next, we have made the Persis province. This is not the capital of it. We already saw the capital. And a cult site has been built that's very, very needed. So I'll definitely take that. I could build a national wonder. It's not a very good national wonder, if I do say so myself. This is not the capital. You don't need an armorer. The stable master. Well, we took over. I just could leave that one alone. I'm sure we already have several of those everywhere. I don't mind this clay pit. Stone would be nice. We have enough of other things. Yeah, I'm getting some clay pits built around. Sure. Seems fine to me. To Moy. We don't need an archery here. Based on all these other things we have. You're not the capital. So we don't need like an archery here. Trying to like be semi-efficient with this. We don't need this archery here. We could get rid of that. Anything that's not a capital, I would just like to remove like all these militarized buildings. Over in Eritrea, we have an unnecessary armor. We can get rid of that. I'm just using the capitals. And I really didn't have a plan for this as I expanded, so get rid of that archery. This has a weapons manufacturer on it, but it's not the capital. Amphila is. It doesn't have the weapons manufacturer. I'm going to leave that there because that's actually a rather vital resource that I can't really replace at the moment. Tokar's archery just doesn't need to be there. No, sir. It's not that bad going around looking at these places. There's especially a lot of like random ass archeries everywhere. But otherwise, the spread isn't that bad. Diospolus. Armorers too seem very prevalent in these random locations. Yeah, like this mercenary recruitment center and a weapons depot. Not needed in Hebei. This is a capital. Next to that, we have a random armorer we don't need. No thank you. Troglodytes has a siege workshop. I'm going to say we just don't need that or the weapons depot. Not while there's other things that could be built there. I know you get a little loyalty debuff while things are deconstructing. We don't need that armor. We don't need that weapons depot in Egyptus. And we don't need that archery. That's going to open up quite a couple more slots. Quite a couple. We don't need the weapons depot in Aganthus. Just kind of do a big sweep of this, I guess. We don't need that archery. We don't need that barracks. No, sir. A lot of random access. I'll leave, like, the training grounds because they're slotless. Maybe, like, go into that stuff more later. But, like, generally, not needed. This is not the capital. We don't need that. We don't need that. What about both of these? Don't need the weapons depot there. And I'm probably missing things, but again, I am going to keep an eye out for it in the future, like this archery and Murga. We don't need that. We don't. Oh, we keep that. We can keep that. That's fine. And then most of the other places don't actually seem very developed. So I think that's all good. We have a smokehouse built in Manatee. We have one slot available for building, and the only slotless thing is a training ground. Yeah. So that's not exactly very important. What are we lacking? A nomadic citizen. What the fuck? That's interesting. Don't know where you came from. Where? What do we want? I guess maybe an herbalist for some health. Wouldn't be bad. We're not really lacking on anything else, honestly. I'll take the herbalist. We don't need this much here. We really don't. Put you on food? You put like another guy on food, and it goes by sevens. Really? Put all you guys on food. Put you guys on infrastructure. Maybe that's better. That seems better to me. Yeah, sure. And then there's nothing else that's actually needing to build. Slaves are definitely going to be moving around with all these places that have so many excess slaves. They're definitely going to be moving around slowly over time. Without the slave markets, I can't force the issue as much, but they're going to be moving. I've ended turn. We have our first battle. Looks like they're attacking me, and I just moved out of there. Oh my god. Well, that's probably going to fall real quick. Naturally, right? Naturally they do that. What a surprise. Of course, whatever. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna fight these 7 dudes defending. It happens. It happens. When you have stack-based movement systems, it happens. But all these defenders are gonna fall. I'm gonna have a lot of stacks over here, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be very unified. We're gonna have a nice solid front once we get rid of this patchiness, which we've just gotten one step closer to without really taking any damage at all. These guys are not gonna live. I'm just gonna skip that battle report. We know what's happening to them. We know what's happening to these guys too, but it's more fun to watch me kill things than it is to watch my things die. Those random, what would you call them? Like garrisons. They just died. I almost called them levies. They're garrisons. They're garrisons. These guys are all dead. These were also garrisons. No real damage sustained, and... Are you fucking kidding me? They adapted. God damn it. They adapted their path. These two regular infantry that were destined for that, and now they're dead because they went the stupidest possible way. Because of course they did. The Ethiopians showed up to help me in this battle. They have nothing on the front, so they might as well not even be here. They actually skirmished one of my heavy infantry, but he still won his engagement. I have to get 2 more heavy infantry, or regular infantry now, for that stack and send them over because they were retarded. I should have just kept them going by area. I was afraid. I saw them do that earlier, and I rerouted them in like a different turn. But, of course, they went ahead and decided to get themselves killed. Of course they did. That's so annoying. Replenishing things in this game is tricky, just specifically based on... You have to really micromanage it. You really do. But we killed everything, and we didn't take any damage. Wow, they marched through, took that without, like, any problem, and now they're marching through and taking another location. They took 2 areas in 1 turn with 1 army. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's insane. You're making me do a whole lot of work here. I really prefer when games don't have, like, stack-based armies, because there's this bit of realism that's missing from that. I think it works better when you have, like, maybe... I don't even know. I don't know where stacks work the best, but I like frontline-based military combat. Regardless, secured that trade deal with Maria, so I've now taken all this. They had a huge stack just sitting in these places. Oh, man. All right, let's look at this. So, infrastructure. We definitely want to have food. 5 on culture. Seems fine to me. What's the capital of this place? Where's the capital? Actually, we have to make a province, so I don't know where the capital is. Centigraph. What has the most culture? This one. This is going to be the capital? Alright, cool. Got to make sure, like, looking at military buildings. So we won't really need this armorer. We won't need this... We won't need... Well, a Master Fletcher. It's a national wonder already built. I'll probably just keep it. Get rid of the armorer there. Get rid of the archer there. Cool. What the hell is this? Oh my god, what is this? What the fuck? Put 2 guys there. Oh dear. What am I looking at? This stuff's all over the place. 2 guys down there. 2, 3 guys there. Looks good to me. What do we want to build here? A regional road? Immediately, just like, yes please. I'll take that. Love me some roads. We already have the roads next to that. It's a pretty good situation. Building an expert stonecutter in McCran doesn't look good. You know what does look good? A blacksmith. Wow, we could use loyalty here as well. I really do need that blacksmith though, so I'm still going to get it. We definitely want some guys on culture at the moment, but... Geez, I don't even know what to prioritize. We have a lot of slots here already. We don't need this much into infrastructure. This is kind of unnecessary. Let's get 3 more into... culture. Let's put 2 more, maybe 3 more onto food, and then we'll work on that. Liberated, quote unquote, liberated this. This place looks okay. Could use some help. Put 2 of you guys onto food. Yeah, you're building a clay pit? I don't know how I like that compared to everything else you could be building. I'd rather, well, you know what? You'll get the clay pit. Add a bit of infrastructure. Put another guy on food to make up for that. Yeah, that's fine. There's other things it needs, that it will need in the future, but otherwise it's good. These two places are very built up. Even have an amphora. Interesting. Very built up. But yeah, we took that. We took that. We took that. We took that. Scythia rejected our offer. Doesn't really matter because we're not connected to them anyway. I'll try again. Went from 35 to 43% peace chance just because they want to make peace. Carthage usurper conquered the seat of power of Carthage, which was in the middle of Iberia, because of course it was. Tibetaris was added to our nation. Was building a smokehouse. Interesting. I might change that to the shepherd house. That's something that could be built sooner rather than later. Oh, this is just not great. And then I'll move as many dudes over to food as possible just to stay kind of positive there. No, we're not building your reinforcements there, sir. That is not happening. So we still have things trying to reach this stack here. I really don't know where to put you, honestly. I really don't know. We have 7 stacks now. One is chilling at a kind of centered location over there. Having one over to the east would probably be a good idea. I do like Uruk as a location for that. Let's go to Uruk. And I'll have you guys actually just move your way over to Uruk. You get there just as quickly, honestly. So that's fun. That's fine. As for those regular infantry, the army provisions is not done yet. So getting them just somewhere westwards would probably work fine. The 2 regular infantry, get those recruited because, you know, we need them. Population of Garamadia has reduced. Yeah, taken over. I guess you just chill out where you are now because you have to. I guess we're not going to get the province of Tripolitania in just this instant as a result. We know where their army is. It's chilling, you know? It's chilling. We're not in any danger here. So let's head that way to try to force an encounter. Everywhere else around is defended. Thus, if we also come this way, we'll surround it. The Ethiopians may have our back. I don't know. Regardless, they probably won't even get used when the battle does happen, honestly. But they conquered. We conquered. Need, like, food. And what are we building? Make it a hemp field. We conquered. We're not building anything. There's only a smokehouse. This looks awful. What the hell's going on here? Give me food and some infrastructure. And then let's build, I don't know, a ranch, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, why not? No provinces I can build over here. Lost that. We'll get it back. As a way to lower our rising manpower again and our, I guess our positive, again, metal production, I'm going to make 9 more of these heavy warships. Yes, the heavy ones. Which is, you know, it's going to be demanding, but we can afford it, realistically. So I'm going to get 9 more of those, just so I have a meager navy of 10. Most navies out there are pretty small. This would allow me to pretty much fight one-on-one with any such navy. Can we have a general? We only have 1 general. I don't think siege penalty should matter, or movement penalty. This is a fleet. That shouldn't matter at all. Also, he's 79. He's about to die, so actually maybe that might not be great. Oh, and speaking of, yeah, we just got this stack. You need a fucking general, but this general sucks. You shouldn't see combat anytime soon, so I'll just give you that general anyway. Just so I'm keeping track of that. I need more generals. And for that, I either need someone that's not garbage military ruler, or I need someone that is... I need one of those buildings. And I know I'm building one of them, right? Yes. The military academy. I need like way more of these, which is going to be a time-based thing. And the thing is, we're just expanding too quickly is the problem. We're expanding too quickly. At some point, I'm going to have some that are just like on the defense always. Honestly, man, like it's like stupid. You're not going to be anywhere near any battles, so just like don't even bother giving you a leader. I would rather have a leader for a fleet, whatever the next one is. Yeah, that would be priority. Anyone that's going to be on like pure defensive duty in like the back end, the back regions, they're probably the ones that are going to end up with like no generals, more than likely. That's probably how we're going to do it. So we have our military tactics. They're probably not going to go on any other attacks. I don't know how you're going to do, because you're not going to have like food. So, but I don't want to let him go here and take it over. And then, so I'd rather just wait until we have this guy good. If we start starving, then oh well. We'll fix it. We're going to fix it. Maybe not immediately, but we're going to fix it. All right, great. And then, is there anything we want to do for diplomacy? So, they are still way too bulky for me to client state them through money. They're like 200 bargain points over. If I take their capital region with money, it's going to cost like half of my money first off. So this is not cheap. And then I can get 440 metal, 190 manpower back as well for the 100% chance. Anything else, and it kind of like goes down. I could try to get more territory out of this too. But I could also convert metal into like money very easily. I could convert manpower into money probably as well. So I'm going to have to take their capital region if I'm really going to want to puppet them, which is going to leave them with mostly useless things. The Indus Inferior province is just so built up. The Indus Superior province it's okay, but most of the rest of what they'll have is garbage. But this is what it will take to actually puppet them. At the very least, getting this very built up stuff would be good for my legacy income. It would be good for my legacy income, which may help me win faster, I guess. So I'm going to do this. It's kind of crazy, I think. But yeah, this is very like high culture locations. Plus 2 legacy points, plus 2 legacies. Like that would be a lot of legacy points. But look at legacy in terms of income. We're only 5 away from the Antigonids, and we just keep expanding. Keep expanding. A lot of what the Nasamones have isn't worth like anything, and so it doesn't give anything. But it'll build up. Some of it's worth something. This is worth a lot, and then getting to puppet Maria would be something better than nothing. At the very least, right? Like, they won't be the maybe near peer power that they are now once I take Indus Inferior from them, which is a large, hefty, important province. Indus Superior is not nearly as good, but they would be at least, I think, as formidable as Ethiopia. And they would be a buffer. They'd be a nice buffer for me that I might just cannibalize later. I don't know. We'll see. But we're probably going to go ahead and do that. Separately, the Antigonids are willing to trade territory with me again, so I would love to get the rest of Sirtica from them so that I just, I have all of this. I mean, there's more I'd like from them too, but this is what we're going to go for right now. And then I'm just going to give you money, I suppose. I could try metal. I'm about to get like 400 plus metal. I don't really need metal at that point. Wow, that's 100. That's 100. Okay, well, shit. Look at all that. I guess at that point, just give me that for the 4,000 money and the 480 manpower. And then once we can client state Maria, which would take at least 40,000 money, meaning we wouldn't be able to afford it. Or somewhere around there, anyway. But we have a couple turns to try to afford it. Once we start spending all this stuff, then I could be able to maybe just start buying more from the Antigonids to try to weaken them, lower their legacy point income, and try to set up kind of a victory. So I'll propose that treaty for now, and then there's just the building stuff to do. But we are out of time for this episode, so I'm going to have to call this one here. So for now, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.